This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We begin with day 2 of the Kern County Fair, and lots of special events are taking place all week long, including Special Friends Day. And that's where we find 17's Robert Price, who is live at the fair with more.
Hey Nicole, as you mentioned, it is indeed day 2 of the Great Kern County Fair, kind of our annual reminder that we do live in a rural city, if that makes any sense at all, where agriculture is an important part of our culture and our economy. I did speak earlier today with some folks that came out to enjoy Special Friends Day. That ended, by the way, at noon today, but there were some folks out here earlier this morning having a great time. I did exchange some fist bumps with some guys that were just having a wonderful time. Tonight at the fair, it's the Guess Who. That's one of my favorite bands from back in the day. Nicole, I'll have to explain that to you later. Great band in the 70s and the 80s. Back to you, Nicole.
All right, thanks so much for that, Bob. And tomorrow, those 62 and older can get into the fair absolutely free for Senior Day. That's free admission and free parking until 4 p.m. That's during the fair's normal operating hours of 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. this week. And the Kern County Fair opened yesterday, and fairgoers might have noticed a couple of fresh faces this year. 17's Chris Burton has more.
Fair favorites like Martin's Patio and the Kern County Basque Club are missing from the grounds this year. But in their place stand a handful of trailers with television resumes. From the ownership group of Sharky's and OMG Ice Cream comes Boss Burger.
We're as important as the Ferris wheel. And, we bring uniqueness and things that you're not going to get everywhere. And you can only get it for 2 weeks a year.
It's a classic American grill trailer with a heavy-hitting signature item. Featured on an episode of the Cooking Channel's Carnival Eats, the trailer's main draw is the Donut Burger, a patty with bacon sandwiched by a Krispy Kreme donut.
There's a group of people who are like, dude, we've got to try it. There's a group's like, nah. Generally, people think it's great.
Also new this year is Moan Creperie. Crepe maker Diana Strawn acknowledges crepes aren't your typical fair food. But the recipe that's been passed through her family for generations speaks for itself.
At first it was kind of a strawberry burrito in our area. So it took a little time, but people tried it and they like it. And now, at the Mid-State Fair, I have people who were little kids and now they're bringing their children to have crepes.
Diana's mother, Elise, founded the Creperie, which has also appeared on an episode of Carnival Eats in the mid-90s. The two still work together today, making fresh, sweet, and savory crepes to order.
And there's also an Orange Julius trailer this year. If you're in the mood for a frozen beverage, reminder, gates open today at 3 p.m. And of course, one of the major concerns at this year's Kern County Fair is the COVID-19 pandemic and keeping fairgoers safe. Masks and vaccines are not required, but fair organizers do strongly encourage mask use and social distancing. They've also provided a quick and easy way to get vaccinated against the virus, partnering with the Kern County Public Health to offer a free vaccination clinic on site. No appointments are required. If you get the shot at the fair, you'll also receive a free admission ticket to the fair. And Hatchet Community Blood Bank is continuing to offer a seasonal incentive to donate blood. They're asking a pint for a pass, providing free tickets to the Kern County Fair. That deal runs through October 1st. They're offering 2 free adult tickets to each whole blood donor and 4 free adult tickets to platelet and plasma donors. To schedule an appointment, visit hcbb.com.
Clinica Sierra Vista is now offering rapid COVID-19 testing and COVID-19 vaccinations. Call 833-278-4584 to make your appointment. But don't delay. Clinica Sierra Vista, putting patients first.
And don't forget, we'll be live at the fair once again tonight. We have everything you need to know if you plan on heading out to the fair this week or next week. Plus, we're live on Sunrise tomorrow. We'll be showcasing lots of food. And we'll also have a story of one vendor who almost lost everything a week ago, but is here ready to serve hungry fairgoers. Well, here at home, Kern County Public Health has not updated their latest cases today, but yesterday they announced that 4 more deaths happened and nearly 400 new cases. Public Health has said to date 1,525 lives have been lost to COVID-19 in Kern. ICUs continue to fill up with 70 people fighting for their lives. In total, 301 people are in the hospital being treated for the virus at last check. And the FDA is now authorizing anyone who is 65 years and older or those with compromised immune systems to receive booster shots. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration modified its emergency use authorization for the Pfizer vaccine, allowing those who are 65 years and older, people with compromised immune systems, and essential workers who are exposed to COVID-19 to receive a third single-dose shot. In a statement, FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock says, quote, as we learn more about the safety and effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccines, including the use of a booster dose, we will continue to evaluate the rapidly changing science and keep the public informed, end quote. Now, the FDA says they will continue to analyze data pertaining to booster shot usage for COVID-19. Meantime, U.S. Olympians gearing up for next year's Winter Games will need to include a COVID-19 vaccination in their preparations under new policies announced by the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee. According to the team's website, athletes will need to show proof of vaccination by December 1st. The new policy also states any athletes, staff, and others using USOPC training centers and other facilities will need to be fully vaccinated. Vaccination was encouraged but not required by the International Olympic Committee and the USOPC ahead of this summer's Tokyo Games. The U.S. plans to send about 240 athletes to next year's Winter Olympics in Beijing, although this new policy will need to be followed by anyone hoping to make the team. Now to an update on a stolen moving truck that contained irreplaceable family heirlooms. Police say the truck was found, but it was empty. According to BPD, the truck was stolen from the parking lot of the Roadway Inn and Suites on the morning of September 17th. Police say it contained everything the victim owned, including multi-generational family heirlooms. Police are still seeking information on this case. If you know anything, you can contact BPD at 327-7111. Meantime, police need your help finding two people wanted in an attempted auto theft and vehicle burglary. According to BPD, it happened in the morning of June 20th at the Amtrak station on Truxton Avenue. Police say a man and woman broke into the car and tried to start it. When they were unsuccessful, they fled. The first suspect is between 5'6" and 5'8", about 180 pounds, with a black beard and black hair. He was last seen in a black t-shirt, black shorts, and shoes. The other suspect is a woman around 5'4". She was last seen wearing glasses, a black tank top, jean shorts, and a black bandana covering her face. She also has tattoos on her left shoulder. If you've seen either of these people, call police. In your 17 Business Watch, the number of new jobless claims climbed higher for the second straight week. A total of 351,000 first-time unemployment claims were filed last week, up 16,000 over the week before. The figure is well above the 320,000 predicted by economists, and it's the highest number of new claims since August 21st. However, the number of people filing for unemployment is down significantly from the start of the year. Well, our local Chick-Fil-A restaurant says it plans to reopen in November after closing last month for a remodeling project. The fast food favorite is also hiring in anticipation of its reopening, looking for kitchen and customer service positions. New employees will get a starting wage of $17 or $14 if they're still in high school. The restaurant also offers employees free meals, leadership and scholarship opportunities, and of course, guaranteed Sundays off. We have a link to apply on our website, kget.com. Just click on the hot link icon. Well, yesterday we told you about a lucky Mega Millions winner who took home more than $400 million. Turns out they weren't the only lucky ones. The winning lottery ticket was purchased at Pronto Pizza in Midtown Manhattan. Since the news broke, shop owner David Kerala says they're selling a lot of tickets. He says he's happy for the extra business because the shop was hit hard during the pandemic. The pizzeria will get $10,000 for selling that winning ticket, but the owner says he wishes it was just a little bit more, at least $1 million, a small percentage for the lotto. The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.